For more than 500,000 years, Earth had been silent. No radio waves. No ships. No movement. In the records of the galaxy, Earth was listed as a dead world. A place where humans once lived, fought, and destroyed themselves. Most believed nothing remained except dust, broken cities, and oceans slowly swallowing the land. The alien expedition arrived without fear. Their ships slipped into Earth's orbit smoothly. No defense systems responded. No warning signals appeared. The planet below looked calm, almost peaceful. Green forests had reclaimed cities. Ice covered old battle zones. Clouds moved slowly over blue oceans. To the aliens, Earth looked harmless. The commander of the expedition ordered a full scan. Satellites moved into position. Sensors searched the surface, the oceans, and the atmosphere. The results matched the old records. No active technology. No weapons. No life forms beyond simple animals. Humanity was gone. Truly gone. The aliens felt confident. They had explored hundreds of dead worlds before. Earth was just another forgotten planet. Some crew members even felt disappointed. They had hoped to find something interesting, ancient weapons, lost knowledge, or rare materials. Instead, Earth seemed quiet and empty. The landing ships descended. The aliens touched down near the ruins of an old human city. Tall broken buildings stood like stone skeletons. Trees grew through cracked roads. Wind passed through empty streets. There was no sound except nature. The aliens walked freely. No fear. No caution. This world is finished, one of them said. Humans are truly extinct. The commander agreed. He ordered deeper scans, more out of routine than concern. Machines drilled into the ground. Sensors reached far beneath Earth's crust, searching for anything of value left behind. That was when the readings changed. At first, it looked like a mistake. One scanner showed a strange energy pattern deep underground. Very deep. Far deeper than any human city should be. The signal was faint, steady, and old. The aliens recalibrated the equipment. The signal remained. More scanners were deployed. More data collected. Slowly, a picture formed. Something massive was buried beneath Earth's surface. Not natural. Not random. It was structured. Organized. Artificial. The commander frowned. How can there be technology still active, he asked. Humans have been gone for 500,000 years. No one had an answer. The aliens increased power to the scanners. The signal became clearer. The shape beneath the ground was enormous. Bigger than cities. Bigger than mountains. It stretched across continents, hidden deep inside the planet. Silence fell among the crew. This was not normal. Dead worlds did not hide working systems. Dead species did not leave power sources running for hundreds of thousands of years. Something about Earth did not fit the pattern. The commander ordered a controlled excavation. They drilled carefully, breaking through layers of rock that had not been touched since humanity vanished. The deeper they went, the stronger the signal became. The energy readings were ancient, but stable. Perfectly maintained. Finally, the drills reached a massive metal surface. It was smooth. Untouched by time. No rust. No cracks. Human-made, without doubt. The aliens stood in shock. Humans were not known for building things that lasted this long. Their technology was powerful, but imperfect. And yet, here was metal that looked new after 500,000 years. The excavation widened. Lights revealed a vast chamber hidden beneath Earth. Walls made of human alloys. Doors sealed with symbols and markings. Massive shapes rested in the darkness beyond the lights. The aliens moved closer. What they saw made them uneasy. Huge objects filled the chamber. Long, heavy. Armored. Even in silence, they felt dangerous. These were not buildings. Not shelters. They were ships. Warships. Human warships. Dozens of them. Maybe hundreds. Resting side by side in perfect order. Their weapons were inactive, but intact. Their systems silent, but alive. Small blue lights blinked slowly along their hulls, like sleeping eyes. The commander felt something he had not felt in a long time. Fear. Why would humans hide this, he asked quietly. If they were dying, why build this? No records mentioned such a fleet. No history spoke of it. Humans were believed to have destroyed themselves in endless wars. Yet this fleet showed planning. Patience. Purpose. This was not the work of a desperate species. This was the work of a species preparing for the future. A message suddenly appeared on one of the alien scanners. It was old. Human. The translation was incomplete, damaged by time. But a few words were clear. Standby protocol active. The aliens looked at each other. Standby. Not abandoned. Not forgotten. Waiting. The commander ordered all crews to stop. No one touched the ships. No one moved closer. The confidence they had felt on landing was gone. Earth was not empty. Earth was quiet. And there was a difference. Somewhere deep inside the planet, systems older than alien civilization itself continued to wait. Patient. Silent. Ready. The silence of Earth was not the silence of death. It was the silence before awakening. The chamber stretched farther than the alien lights could reach. Every step revealed more ships, resting in long perfect lines. Their hulls were thick and heavy, built for war, not travel. Each ship looked identical, as if copied from a single design. Humans had planned this carefully. Nothing here was random. The aliens moved slowly now. Their earlier excitement was gone. Every sound echoed too loudly. Even the air felt heavy, as if the chamber itself was watching them. Scanners continued to read faint energy flows inside the ships. Power was low, but stable. The systems had never shut down. They had been waiting, conserving energy, counting time in silence. The commander ordered his team to access one ship from the outside. They searched for control panels, ports, or weak points. There were none. The hull was sealed completely. No cracks. No visible entrances. Human engineering here was different from what the galaxy remembered. One alien technician suggested cutting through the armor. The commander hesitated, then agreed. The cutting beam touched the hull. Nothing happened. The beam increased power. The metal did not melt. It did not glow. It absorbed the energy as if it was expected. The technician stopped and stepped back in disbelief. This armor adapts, he said. It learns. The commander felt his concern grow. Humans had not only built warships. They had built thinking defenses. Another signal appeared on the scanners. A low pulse moved through the entire chamber, traveling from ship to ship like a slow heartbeat. Blue lights along the hulls grew slightly brighter, then dimmed again. The ships were reacting. The aliens froze. They had not activated anything. Or so they believed. Deep beneath their feet, something shifted. The floor vibrated for a brief moment, then became still again. Dust fell from the ceiling. The chamber remained intact, but the silence felt different now. Heavier. The commander ordered a full retreat from the central chamber. The aliens moved back toward their equipment, never turning their backs on the ships. Every instinct told them they had crossed a line. As they pulled away, one ship responded. Its lights brightened for a moment longer than the others. Sensors detected internal movement. Systems aligning. Weapons checking status. It was not awake, but it was no longer fully asleep. A human symbol appeared on the chamber wall, projected by unseen emitters. The translation software struggled, but managed to form words. Observer detected. The alien stared at the message. Observer. Not enemy. Not ally. Observer. The commander realized the truth too late. This fleet was not meant to attack immediately. It was meant to watch. To judge. Humans had expected visitors. They had planned for strangers to arrive, curious and confident, believing Earth was safe. The fleet was designed to wait for that moment, to measure intentions before acting. The aliens had failed the first test. By digging deeper, by cutting into the hull, they had shown their nature. They were not explorers. They were intruders. The commander ordered all operations stopped. No more scans. No more drills. He sent a message to the orbiting ships, warning them to prepare for emergency departure. Before the message could finish transmitting, another pulse moved through the chamber. This one was stronger. Lights across every ship activated in perfect sequence. The blue glow spread like a wave, reflecting off the cavern walls. The temperature in the chamber rose slightly. Air pressure changed. The fleet was waking. The message on the wall changed. Assessment in progress. The aliens felt small for the first time since arriving on Earth. They had thought humans were gone, weak, careless. But this place spoke of patience beyond imagination. Humans had not lost their wars. They had stepped aside and waited. A final line appeared beneath the message. Remain still. The commander swallowed. He knew one thing now with absolute certainty. Earth had never been abandoned. It had been left guarded. The aliens did not move. Every instinct screamed at them to run, but the message burned into their thoughts. Remain still. The words were not a request. They were a command, calm and absolute. Even the air in the chamber seemed to obey it. The blue lights along the human warships grew brighter, steady now, no longer pulsing like a heartbeat. They were fully aware. Sensors swept the chamber, passing through alien bodies, equipment, and thoughts encoded in nervous signals. The fleet was not simply watching. It was understanding. A deep sound filled the chamber, low and controlled, not loud but powerful. It did not come from a single ship. It came from all of them at once. The sound vibrated through bone and metal, through stone and silence. It felt like the voice of the planet itself. The commander struggled to speak. His voice came out weak. "We are explorers," he said. "We mean no harm." There was no response. Data streams appeared on alien screens without any physical connection. Human symbols flowed across them, translated automatically by systems far more advanced than anything the aliens possessed. The fleet had accessed their technology with ease. The commander watched in horror as the ships pulled information from their databases. Star maps. Military strength. Political alliances. Records of conquered worlds. It was all taken in seconds. The humans were judging them. One of the alien scientists collapsed to the floor. His mind could not handle the pressure of the scanning field. Others struggled to remain conscious. The fleet was not attacking, but it was overwhelming. A new message appeared, projected into the air. Judgment protocol active. The words felt final. The fleet began comparing the aliens' history to human standards. It measured violence, expansion, destruction, and mercy. Every decision their species had ever made was weighed. The aliens realized this was not a weapon system. It was a moral system. Humans had not trusted time or chance to protect their legacy. They had built judges. The commander felt exposed. Every war his people had fought, every world they had stripped of resources, every species they had pushed aside for progress, it was all being reviewed by machines that did not forget. The ships communicated silently among themselves. No sound. No movement. Only light and data. Minutes passed. Or maybe hours. Time lost meaning. Finally, one ship moved. It lifted slightly from the ground, silent and smooth. The chamber floor adjusted beneath it, parting perfectly. This ship was different. Larger. More heavily armored. The others dimmed their lights as it rose. This was not a soldier. This was the core. A beam of soft blue light extended from the ship and stopped just short of the commander. It did not burn. It did not harm. It held him in place. A voice filled the chamber. Calm. Clear. Human. You are not the first to arrive, the voice said. The commander's heart raced. Many have found Earth, the voice continued. Most left peacefully. Some did not. The beam tightened slightly. You chose to dig. The commander wanted to deny it, but the truth was already known. The voice spoke again. Humanity learned early that silence invites curiosity. Curiosity invites intrusion. Images filled the air. Other alien ships. Other species. Some retreating after discovery. Others attacking the sleeping fleet and being erased without warning. The aliens had seen Earth as weak. Others had made the same mistake. Humanity did not vanish, the voice said. Humanity changed. The commander struggled to breathe. Where are the humans now? He asked. The fleet paused, as if considering whether the question deserved an answer. Beyond, the voice replied. Preparing. Watching. The beam released the commander. He fell to one knee. We did not know, he said. We believed Earth was dead. That belief protected you, the voice answered. Until you crossed the boundary. The ships began to power down slightly. The judgment was nearing completion. A final message appeared. Intent classified. The aliens waited, frozen between hope and fear. The silence returned, deeper than before. Then the verdict arrived. Outcome pending. The fleet did not attack. Yet. The aliens understood something terrifying. Humanity's war fleet was not a weapon of revenge. It was a warning to the galaxy. And judgment had only just begun. The chamber grew quiet again, but it was no longer the calm silence of sleep. It was the controlled silence of a mind that had finished thinking and was ready to speak. The blue lights on the ships dimmed slightly, as if the fleet had reached a decision. The alien commander slowly stood up. His legs felt weak. He knew now that running was useless. Fighting was impossible. The only thing left was to listen. The human voice returned, steady and clear. Your species seeks answers, it said. This is permitted. A projection appeared in the air, brighter than before. It was not a warning or a command. It was a record. The aliens saw Earth as it once was. Human cities alive with light. Ships leaving the planet in great numbers. Not in panic, but in order. Humanity was not fleeing extinction. They were leaving by choice. The voice explained. Humanity learned that time is the greatest weapon, it said. Short-lived species fight to survive the present. Long-lived plans protect the future. The image shifted. Human wars appeared, not hidden or denied. Humanity had nearly destroyed itself, that much was true. But instead of ending, they changed direction. They stopped competing for dominance and began preparing for endurance. The commander watched in disbelief. Humans had realized something the rest of the galaxy had not. No empire lasts forever. No defense holds without decay. But patience, guided by intelligence, could outlast any threat. Earth was chosen as an anchor, the voice continued. A symbol. A test. The fleet beneath the planet was shown being built. Layer by layer. Generation after generation working on a single purpose. Not conquest. Not revenge. Deterrence. If you find this fleet, the voice said, then you are curious enough to explore and powerful enough to travel. That makes you a potential threat. The images showed the fleet entering standby mode. Systems slowing. Power reducing to the lowest possible level while remaining alive. Human engineers saying goodbye to their home, knowing they would never return. Earth was not abandoned. It was entrusted. The commander felt a strange emotion. Respect. Fear mixed with admiration. Why leave it sleeping, he asked. The answer came without delay. Because a weapon that sleeps does not provoke, the voice replied. It observes. The projection changed again. It showed alien civilizations rising and falling over hundreds of thousands of years. Some never reached Earth. Some came close and turned away. A few landed, discovered signs of the fleet, and left quietly. Those species survived. Others attacked. Those species did not. The commander understood now. Earth was a filter. A silent judge placed at the edge of human space. Any species that reached it revealed its nature through choice alone. Dig, and you show hunger. Observe, and you show caution. Leave, and you show wisdom. The voice lowered in tone. Your species has not yet been classified. The aliens exchanged fearful looks. They had already made mistakes. But the fleet had not destroyed them. That meant something. What happens now? The commander asked. The chamber lights shifted. The ships adjusted position slightly, not aggressively, but deliberately. The fleet was preparing to act, not against them, but for something else. A signal will be sent, the voice said. Not to attack. To inform. The commander's breath caught. Inform whom? He asked. There was a pause. Longer this time. Humanity. The aliens felt a chill spread through them. Humans were still out there. Not hiding. Not extinct. Waiting beyond the reach of time. Your arrival has been noted, the voice continued. Your actions have been recorded. Humanity will decide what follows. The commander realized the truth. The fleet was not the end of human power. It was only the gatekeeper. Humanity itself was something far greater, watching from afar. The projection began to fade. One final message remains, the voice said. New words appeared, ancient and simple. Earth is silent so the galaxy may speak. The meaning was clear. Humanity wanted to see who the galaxy truly was, without pressure, without threat. The fleet only woke when that test was disturbed. The chamber returned to darkness. The blue lights dimmed again, though not fully. The ships were no longer sleeping, but they were no longer hostile either. The commander stood frozen, understanding the weight of what had happened. They had not discovered a dead world. They had discovered humanity's warning. And now, the galaxy would learn that the silence of Earth was never empty. It was listening. The chamber did not return to full darkness. A faint blue glow remained across the fleet, steady and calm, like eyes that refused to close again. The alien commander stood in the center of the vast cavern, surrounded by ships that could erase his entire civilization if they chose to. Yet nothing happened. No weapons fired. No alarm sounded. The fleet waited. Above the planet, alien ships in orbit began to receive signals. Not attacks. Not warnings. Information. Star positions shifted on their screens. Navigation systems updated without permission. Human technology reached out quietly, touching every system with ease. The commander knew this was deliberate. Humanity wanted the aliens to leave. And to remember. The voice spoke one final time inside the chamber. "You will return to your people," it said. "You will speak of Earth." The commander bowed his head without thinking. He did not know why he did it. Respect, perhaps. Or fear. Or both. "What should we tell them?" he asked. There was a pause, then a simple answer. "Tell them the truth." The floor beneath the aliens slowly sealed itself. The excavation tunnels closed as if they had never existed. The fleet descended back into perfect alignment. The massive chamber began to fade into darkness, stone folding over metal with impossible precision. Earth was hiding itself again. The aliens were guided back to the surface by invisible forces. Their equipment shut down gently, not destroyed, but rendered useless until they reached orbit. The message was clear. Leave peacefully. They obeyed. The alien ships lifted off from Earth without resistance. No human weapons followed them. No pursuit. Earth returned to silence once more, clouds drifting peacefully above forests and oceans. But the silence was different now. The commander stood on the bridge of his flagship, staring at the planet shrinking behind them. He felt older than he had before. The galaxy felt smaller. He ordered a transmission to his homeworld. Not encrypted. Not hidden. A full report. He told them everything. About the sleeping fleet. About the judgment. About humanity still watching. Across alien space, leaders listened in disbelief. Scholars argued. Generals panicked. Explorers reconsidered their routes. The name Earth spread faster than any warning signal ever had. Worlds once eager to expand paused. Empires that had crushed weaker species began to question themselves. Not because of fear alone, but because Earth proved something unsettling. Humanity had won without fighting. They had waited. Far beyond known space, a human relay station received the signal from Earth's fleet. Ancient systems, still active after 500,000 years, passed the message onward. Light crossed distances the aliens could not imagine. Human observers listened. They reviewed the data calmly. The aliens had not been destroyed. That was intentional. Humanity no longer ruled by force alone. They ruled by memory. "Another has found the gate," one human voice said. "Yes," another replied. "And they chose restraint, in the end." "Do they understand the warning?" "They will," came the answer. "The galaxy always does." Humanity did not rush back to Earth. There was no need. The fleet had done its job. Earth remained what it had always been meant to be. A silent line. A question asked to the universe. Centuries passed. Then millennia. No fleets came to Earth. No empires dared to test the silence. Earth became legend. A place spoken of in careful tones. A world no one claimed. Because everyone knew now. If Earth ever spoke again, it would not be a warning. It would be a return. And somewhere beneath the planet's crust, the sleeping war fleet waited once more. Systems ready. Weapons intact. Judgment prepared. Earth was silent again. But the galaxy would never forget why.